for the pledge to the flag, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, that's James Walsh. That's his form.
Good evening, everyone. Absent tonight is William Wentz, Chair. In person is Michael McGovern, Vice Chair, James Marin, Timothy Thompson, and Jared Duvall. In-person staff, Wanda Bean, Secretary, and
See him.
Samantha Carew, Consultant. So we'll move right on to our first thing at 6 o'clock. So we have a request for determination for 15 West Sutton Road, a garage addition. Oh, yeah, sorry. Well,
Go ahead and read it.
so I have to read this in before we start. Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 28th, 2025 order extending the temporary provisions pertaining to the open meeting law until June 30th, 2027. This meeting of the Sutton Conservation Commission is in hybrid format and is being recorded. The recording will be available on the town's website and YouTube channel.
Now read the next page.
In accordance with the provisions of Mass General Chapter Law 131, Section 40, Wetlands Protection Act, and the Sutton Bylaw 12, Wetlands Protection, the Conservation Commission will hold a hearing to review a request for a determination, RDA, submitted by Paul and Lynn Delaney, Sutton, Mass. The hearing will be held on Wednesday, September 17th, 2025, at 6 p.m. The project consists of construction of a 26 by 30 garage addition, previously planned with the original order of conditions at 15 West Sutton Road. All right, now we are ready to start our public hearing. Thank you guys for coming in.
What do we do?
Just name and address for the record.
All righty, I'm
Name
Lynn
and
Deline, Paul Deline, 15 West Sutton Road. A little history. We built our house 8 years ago now. Part of the original application was a garage. Oh, thanks, Pam. The garage was originally part of the project. There was an appeal from a neighbor. So we put that part of the project aside. And there was an agreement that we would hold off on the garage for 7 years. Well, in the meantime, we closed out the order on the original conservation end of the project. We're now back because we're ready to move forward in the spring. We've got the zoning relief. I had to go back to that as well, and now we're in front of you for an RDA. There was a foundation wall that's already in place, that's out by the road, approved by the building commissioner. Also, it was in place when we closed out our order. Currently, it's just holding back the parking area, as you can see in that picture. Without that wall, it was horrendous coming down to the house in the winter, so we had to, put that in place. The job now that we have to do is, and you can take over from here,
Hey, we basically got to dig down a couple feet and make a little bowl and put the footings in and the 3 foundation walls. Pretty simple.
Thank you,
and
guys.
hopefully it'll
Yep.
be done within a couple of weeks.
Excellent.
The foundation and the grading, not the whole thing.
Does anybody from the public have anything to say or add? Is anybody on Zoom tonight that wish to speak?
I don't think so.
Is there anybody from the board?
No.
Very familiar with the project, so I'll look for a motion to close the public hearing. Oh, are those public hearings? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Motion to close the public hearing for 15 West Sutton Road.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Tim, how do you vote?
Aye.
Jared?
Aye.
Aye.
And I vote aye.
I'll make a motion to issue a negative determination of I can't say that word. A negative determination for 15 West Sutton Road.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Tim?
Aye.
Jared?
Aye.
James?
Aye.
And I vote aye.
Negative determination is good.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's it. So in an RDA, there's nothing. You don't file anything, you don't have to put up a DEB sign, you don't have to
Alrighty,
close it out.
Yeah, you're done.
We are
That's it,
willing
you're
to
done.
put up some sort of barrier, if you'd like.
You're 100 feet away from the lake. I mean, don't let anything make it down to the lake.
Right, there's only one side, as you can see in that picture right there. There's a little bit there. A short water wall isn't an issue putting in, and
We'll gladly do it.
we're happy to
Yep,
do that.
Whatever you think's necessary.
Other than that, everything is gonna be a bowl. Everything's gonna stay inside. There'd be no runoff.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
guys.
So next would be discussions. So 126 Burbank Road and 315 Central Turnpike, I guess
We
they're
don't
together.
have any information update for either of those. So you can table it to the next meeting, and I can put it on the agenda so that you. if
So
we
let's just
get
table it till the next meeting.
Yeah,
Jim is here to discuss if.
Does he want to? Did you want
Wants to
anything to
say
say?
anything?
Yeah, I can just give you that date.
So 126 would be first?
So, 126, whatchamacallit, the plan was almost done in time, but it was being finalized today, not enough time to get it to Brandon and Graves and you guys, so hopefully the next couple of days I'll have that over to Brandon and Graves, and they can review and in turn get to you guys with it, or however that chain is gonna happen, but that's how that stands. 315 Central Turnpike, I got the drainage structures delivered Monday, machines over there today, and plan is to start that tomorrow, so that's where that is.
Excellent. While you're here, the next is 91 Burbank Road. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, James.
oh, he has his.
In regards to just Burbank?
Burbank, right. If a new plan is being submitted, doesn't it need to do a butter notifications and apply for a new order of conditions, right?
Only after you close out the certificate? with
That's
the-
for, he's speaking of 126.
126 Burbank. If
Oh.
there's a new plan that's being filed,
So he
that
needs
means it's a
to,
new public hearing.
One at a time.
through the chair, he needs to do an amended order of conditions to submit a new site plan along with some narrative of what's gonna be changed if he wants to submit his amended order of conditions. The commission did speak about it last meeting. It seemed that most of you were agreeable to having him come in for an amended order of conditions, cause it was either that or he has to rip up the driveway, do it how it was supposed to be in the first place. So that was what was discussed last meeting. So as of right now, he would need to submit an amended order of conditions with a new site plan, with an engineered just letter saying, okay, these are all the deviations from what was originally approved, this is what we're changing now. So that's what he needs to bring a packet to the commission, it needs to be submitted to Wanda, so it can go on whether it be the next agenda or the one after, I don't know when your deadline is
I think
for,
that's what you're saying.
That's the
you're
plan,
at. Right,
yeah.
yep.
That is the plan.
so,
I have a different recollection. I remember Bill Wentz saying that if there was going to be a deviation from the plan, that it was going to require a new submission and a different order of conditions.
as far as I'm aware, it's an amended order of conditions, cause if it's gonna be deviated from the original plan, then it would be an amended order of conditions, to show, okay, these are the things, these are the deviations, and then you can approve that or not.
It was discussed last meeting that it would go that route, it would be an amended.
I was at
Yeah.
the I mean, I wasn't here, but I was at Zoom.
Right.
So I don't think there was a lot of discussion on it. I think what was said was that you have the right to come in front of the commission with a new plan. And then from there, if we thought it was too big of a change, you'd have to close the order of conditions out and refile, because it would have to go back to the state. That is the process I was.
Yeah, I
Maybe it
mean,
wasn't all at the meeting that came out, but that would be, if it's more than a minor field change, when we look at the plan, the next step, Jim, is you have to close it out and start over again,
well, it's an amended.
unless they consider it minor.
Which if he did an amended order of conditions, it would have to go back out to abutters. He has to do a new abutter notification. It is still going to the state, when he does an amended
Oh, then
order of
that's the same
conditions.
thing, yeah.
So
then we're
yes,
saying the
that's,
same thing.
that's what the amended order of conditions is. So
Yeah.
it's not getting closed out, just getting amended to formally put on record that these are the changes that are
Right.
being made, yes. So
So
it'll
the
still go
state
to
had
the
to see
state,
it, yeah.
yeah.
So, in an amended order of conditions, do the abutters need to be notified about the hearing where the discussion is gonna happen?
Yes, they will be
So,
notified.
prior to, he missed the deadline for abutter notification, so it can't be next to hearing.
So that's, I mean, that was gonna be my question to you, Wanda. I don't know when the deadline is for the October
Deadline
first meeting.
Tomorrow.
So unless you have
Well,
everything.
wait a minute, I think when we first get the plan, maybe I'm not saying it, it's for discussion, there isn't anything that's gonna happen. It's not
Right.
like that meeting we would have to agree to it, and then it would have to go through it's gotta go back through to the state and wait till we hear from them.
It would,
All we would be able to do is say that we as a board would advance it and agree to that plan, and then you'd have to start the process of
I think through the chair, it would have to be a public hearing, right?
right away. How do we know?
Yeah.
Through-
Yeah, because it would be a submission for an
He's
amended.
filing the application, yeah, filing an amended
Yeah.
order.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever the process is, if he's gotta,
The concern
then
is
he'll
more the,
submit it, it goes to the state.
yes,
Then we gotta notify, and then we'll let them know when the public hearing is?
yes. He
We
just
can't
has to meet the it's just a matter of the deadline right now. For the October first meeting, I think the deadline's for tomorrow, which I don't think, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he's gonna
the
make that
process to-
deadline or not, so
whatever
it
it
may
is.
have to be the next one,
Okay,
so that's all.
okay. Does that answer the question, Jamie?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't think there was anything else on those two topics?
No.
So 91 Burbank Road, Sam, can you
This-
bring us up to?
So this is a certificate of compliance.
Yeah.
Now, the work, Jim can speak on it more than I can, but work never occurred on this lot. So what he's requesting right now is it's called an invalid order of conditions. You're giving him a certificate of compliance that basically says work never started on this lot. So that closes out his order of conditions for that, because work never happened.
Mhm.
And then he needs, if there is gonna be work in the future on that lot, he needs to refile for new notice of intent.
Right.
So that's what this is,
Right, I
It's just-
understood it.
is closing it out.
Do we have to have, I mean,
You would need a vote on it.
no, I know, but did any discussion from the board?
No.
The public, anybody on Zoom?
I came up to you guys with this like months ago before the idea started, and then I've since restructured the property, and that original submittal design cannot be done, so it's,
So I have the certificate here to be signed.
Mhm.
There are 3 of you, so we have a quorum,
Mhm.
and you can sign this, and then I will process it.
I'm looking for a motion for a certificate of compliance.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Can,
I'll make a motion to issue a certificate of compliance for 91 Burbank Road.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Tim?
Aye.
Jared,
Jared?
aye.
Aye. Mike, aye. So that's it.
yeah,
I'll
so
sign
I
it,
just
and-
need to sign that one. And then when you get the plans or whatever you have for that, because I don't have anything for it.
I haven't even
Just
started
submit
a
'em
plan on
when
that,
you're
no.
ready, and then we'll get you back on the agenda.
Well, I think that's it, other than board business minutes,
Did
the
we get,
minutes.
did we get the minutes?
You got
Minutes,
September
3:25.
3rd. I didn't quite make the other one.
So we'll table the minutes until the next meeting?
No, you can do, I sent them out, but if you want to continue them to the next meeting, that's fine.
I didn't have a chance to
I
read
didn't
it.
look at it.
Okay.
So we'll continue that to the next meeting. Project site visit and updates? I don't think there's any.
There is, we did get a request for a minor field change for 37 West Sutton Road. I'll bring the plan up just so you guys can get refreshed on that. And if someone's here to speak
Yeah.
for it, then that's even better.
Karen Norland, 37 West Sutton Road.
Thank you.
What happened was, there's a pipe that comes down from a storm drain that goes into the lake, and there's no easement that's shown on my plot plan. It's a very old pipe, and actually, I had Nick come down and look at it, and he said he didn't see anything either on any town records. So when they started to dig the leach field, they ran in, excuse me, they ran into the pipe. It wasn't exactly where they thought it was. So what the engineer proposed is rotating the leach field by 90 degrees so that it's long, you know, it's longer and not as wide in that dimension, and she, I guess, I have a different plan. It shows there's a tree that's right on the edge of the leach field, and they thought by rotating the leach field, they were gonna get closer to the tree, and they were gonna have to take it down. Oh, yeah, you can
Right, this
see it
one
there.
here? Yeah.
Yep, that's it. I couldn't see it from where I was sitting. So anyway, I asked them not to take the tree down, because there was no way, I don't want to delay the project, I want to get everything buttoned up and reseeded, you know, during the growing season, and I didn't think I'd be able to get an arborist down to look at it and take the tree down. So we're gonna try to save the tree. If, I will in the spring probably have an arborist come, especially if it's looking a little peaked, and take a look at it, but, what Brandon said is that, if the tree does have to come down, I need to come up with an idea of where the new tree would be to replace it. And my proposal would be pretty much even with the current tree, maybe a little bit closer to the house, because where the tree is now, it screens my deck from my next door neighbor's deck, and that's kind of, you know, another reason I want to keep the tree is that, it's not a very big tree, it's maybe only 20 feet tall or so, it's a small maple. But it does provide a nice screen for me, so I want to try to save it.
Okay.
So that's basically the change. I did get a letter from the engineer she sent to Brandon, you must have a copy of
Yep,
that
I
too.
do have it.
Basically saying it's very minor change, and she didn't think it needed any, you know, amendment to the order of conditions. I think Brandon was in agreement with that from my discussion with him as well.
Thank you. Samantha?
I had no further comments on this as long as the erosion control's limit of work isn't changing.
Right.
We
She
didn't
showed-
see any
She
issues.
showed moving the erosion control on the other side of the tree, but we didn't move it.
Okay.
It's still showing it's still in the original place, so it kind of jogs around the tree.
I remember there being discussion about this pipe when we first approved this, so
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, through the chair, I remember talking about that, and, you know, given the age, I think the pipe almost shows it's through that tree, that large tree to the top of the page, so
Yeah.
it's clearly been there a while.
yeah,
Did-
but it actually doesn't go in that direction. It's
Okay.
a little bit more to
Makes sense.
the right. And I don't know if you can see the top of the plan, it does show where the outfall is on the wall. And I think the engineer thought that, you know, it came straight down from the storm drain, but my feeling, I mean, I don't know, but it probably makes a little bit of a jog somewhere.
Through the chair, did Nick or anybody get a look at the pipe while it
Yeah,
was exposed?
Nick looked at it, yeah.
Condition-wise,
Yeah,
it seemed
yeah,
okay?
Yeah, the installer did actually put a little nick in the pipe.
Mhm.
So, he remudded it, and Nick came down and inspected it, he took a picture, and, you know,
Okay.
he said it looked fine.
'Cause one of my original comments was just given the proximity to the leach field, and there is a Title V offset for that, I'm not sure, 10 feet maybe for drain pipes.
I think it's 20, isn't it?
Maybe it is, and I think we talked about it, and we maybe expressed that like a poly liner or something should be
Yeah,
there,
there's a
okay.
poly liner,
Just in case if the, you know, leach is over and the pipe's old and there's holes in it and it
Yeah.
outfalls right into the lake.
pipe
it's-
actually looked pretty good,
so,
except where he bumped into it, but,
Okay.
I was surprised, because it is a clay pipe, I mean, it's old, it's gotta be.
Oh, it's,
I mean, the house was built as a camp in the 1930s, so I'm sure the pipe predates that.
Mhm.
But like I said, doesn't show anywhere on a plot plan. There's no easement listed, and
probably a handshake
couldn't
deal back
yeah.
in the day, yeah.
Nick couldn't see anything either, so.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Any
all
other
set?
question? And-
No?
Yep, no, you're all set.
Okay,
Do we need a motion to approve a minor field change, or no?
You could make it just,
Yeah.
To
just
do it, I would
unexpected. Do it as a minor field change?
yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the minor field change for 37 West Sutton Road with the plan as presented.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Tim?
Aye.
Jared?
Aye.
Jamie?
Aye.
And I vote aye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Enforcement issues, that was it, and it wasn't enforcement, just some unexpected, there's
Oh,
nothing
it
else
was
else on
it
the agenda?
unexpected business? Sorry if I
What else is
didn't
in?
line it. That 37 was
Oh, yeah,
unexpected
no
business.
worries. I mean, is there anything else, anybody else has? Anybody?
I don't think so.
Could be that easy.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Tim?
Aye.
Jared?
Aye.
Jamie?
Aye.
And I vote aye.